touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
Oh my god.
There's one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth, and she'd given birth 4 times. A man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
God, please, no!
Platypus are weird, but I'm not sure you quite understand just—
I know they're poisonous and stuff, but I'm sorry. Okay. He toxic, but I can't help it. Look how cute. Look how cute. I love him. I'm sorry.
how weird. See,
Oh, I
everyone
know
knows the
how
basics.
weird.
They lay
No, I
eggs,
don't.
they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on the spore creature creator and just called it a day.
But I love
But you see, mate, that's barely even scratching the surface of weird platypus features.
I love him though. Evolution has achieved peak form with the platypus cute, deadly, and free milk. Oh my god! That is fair. You can own a platypus and make a cake for him. That's kind of weird, actually. Make a cake with his own. No, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna stop talking now.
First up, as is the qualifier for any Australian.
Oh my god, he's so cute. Can I get one? Oh, can I get one? But like, murderized. He's so small. That puts platypus milk in your.
Alien animal. Did you know they're
Yummy.
venomous? No, I'm not.
Oh yeah,
with
they're
you
super
heard me
venomous,
correctly. Male platypus actually
Never
have
seen a
venomous
baby,
spurs
but
on their
he's so
hind legs.
cute, right?
These
Come
spurs
on,
are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators,
Ay.
as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating
Oh,
season.
shit.
And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to
Ooh,
ensure you remember not to with them again, these effects can last for several months and have no treatment or anti-venom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big-ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA
Only
blush.
the males have
Possessing
venom?
the ability to sense changes
Let me check
in
if he has a
pressure in the
pee-pee
water,
before he
but
kills
most
me.
importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey.
Oh my
Meaning that when
god!
whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And last but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are biofluorescent.
Excuse
They
me?
glow. If you hit these things with a black light, they go bright green.
Oh my
And the
god!
best part of that is,
Yes?
we have no clue
This is
why they
crazy.
do it.
What?
I mean, I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate.
Oh my
platform.
god!
Who designed this?
That's beautiful. What the hell? Why is it blue? Maybe it's body grease is showing on the black light. So cute. Don't kill me.
Let's defend themselves by throwing it back. But to understand how the they actually.
Maybe fumbling? Unheard of. Never seen before. What? Wombats! They're so chunky! If you start to tell me that wombats are poisonous, I'm gonna be really sad. Australia's under the dark. Dude, I don't know how people live in Australia. It sounds like every day something is trying to kill you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Lost DNA evolution. Some people think the platypus had a predator with vision similar to ultraviolet. They just have a thick yat. I really hope that's the only thing, because I love them.
Actually do it, you're gonna need to learn a little bit about them first. You see, Australia is
Australia,
home to
it's
3
risking
species
your
of these
life.
bad
Oh my
boys, all of them
god.
equally
Same
adorable,
difference
and
as
very
cliff diving, yep.
importantly, all being burrowers, meaning
Oh
they
my god,
dig out
stop. Wait, I'm going back. Did someone domesticate?
about them first. You see, Australia is home to 3 species of these bad boys, all of them equally adorable, and very importantly, all being burrowers, meaning they dig out a nice little hole
Wait,
for
are they
themselves and the
rodents?
family to live in, because like the rest of us, they can't afford a house in this economy, man.
It's
They
too
go to
real.
around
Stop.
1.3 meters in length, but despite being small, they are built like f***ing tanks, weighing in at a chunky ass 35 kilos.
Yeah.
Despite their weight, I shit you not, they have a top speed of 40k an hour. Now, the fact that they can nearly get booked in a school
Biggest
zone, coupled
rodent?
with
No,
them
isn't that a capybara? Isn't that a capybara? Oh my god, I love
being
it.
a tank class marsupial
Damn.
forms the start of their defense strategy. So you see, a fun fact about wombat anatomy is they spect all their defense points into their ass. Rather than having fat and muscle, a wombat's
They got
cheeks
the
are
fat
made out of
booty.
4 thick plates of fused cartilage, making it extremely solid. And this
Solid
Kevlar
ass.
BBL allows for the
I would like someone
funniest
to, if
defense
someone is
mechanism.
courting me, I would like to be like, damn, May, you got a solid ass. Thank you. Wombats are the best. They're so
I have ever seen on an animal. Basically, if a predator tracks down Mr. Wombat to his burrow, it'll stick its head in and start trying to dig him out. In response, the wombat will line his ass up with
Oh,
the tunnel
and
door,
fart at him.
chuck the gear shifter into reverse, and floor it backwards up the tunnel into its aggressor, slamming his ass into its head. The impact then squashes the predator
That's
between
like a
his
wombat.
steel cheeks
I-
and the roof of the burrow. Straight up crushing
Oh my
its
God.
skull like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Oh,
Holy shit, that is amazing. They're adorable and they're fierce. I love
stepping on this rock could straight up paralyze you.
them. What?
That's because this isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish, a species of underwater menace native
That's
to Australia.
terrifying. Dude,
And
all
coming
of
as a
Australia
surprise to
terrifies
absolutely
me.
No one,
Ass
it is also
acid.
the most venomous fish in the
Greatest
ocean.
weapon is
Because
his
of course it is.
ass.
As if fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why is this Pokemon reject
is
such a
crazy.
threat to my mental
Pokemon
health? We see
reject.
stonefish use their
This is
special
how I want to
venom for
end. Being
defense.
smacked in
However,
the ass by a
unlike most other
wombat.
animals that do this little
Dump
f***er
truck
doesn't
redeem.
have the
Oh,
decency
I'm
to dress like a
sorry,
neon
Ma.
sign to warn you. No.
He's hiding,
This
bro.
bastard is a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having evolved some of the most impressive camouflage in the animal
Gary
kingdom to
Smith.
make hunting easier. And once they've set themselves up, they are basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major problem
Amazing.
as they love to live in the shallows on the beach.
That's
and that venom we talked
crazy.
about earlier is stored in these 13 giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. Now, you can probably see where I'm going with this. Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies,
Oh no.
and while distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying too much attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot. And
No more
step
beach
directly
walks.
onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then
Oh my
deliver a
God.
ginormous dose of neurotoxin
That's
straight into your system. Oh, you thought it was normal venom?
Oh my
no,
God.
No. You see, these things
No,
max out
paralyze
the
you is what
toxin
he said at the
skill
start.
tree, producing
Oh
a
my
mixture
God.
of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs in under an hour. And even if you survive, the sting still causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis.
Oh my
Because this is
god. Yeah, don't
Australia,
look that up for
where
real.
even
No,
the
honestly.
scenery
Ooh, no. If you want to see rotting flesh, that's nasty. Honestly, guys. Well, I don't mean to be rude, but why the fuck would you live in Australia? It sounds like the cost of, like, the medical bills of being there, like, or just simply, oh my god, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I can barely survive in, like, Canada.
kangaroos can and will
Oh,
beat you
fuck.
up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's right. Just because it's not venomous doesn't mean it can't
Oh,
knock
he'll
you
punch
on your
your
ass. And
head
Australia's
off.
most iconic marsupial
Original
can
colonies
do just
rip it-
that.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they
true.
are way bigger than you
But
think
if
they
you
are.
somehow had a choice, why? It's like the DLC zone after the end game. Oh my god. Hey, I finished the main game and I felt like having life in hard mode. Can we get that? And the planet said, "Okay." Let me create a zone where all the monsters are like 100 levels higher than you. This is fucked. I have evolution skipped, giving us humans cool poison. Right? Armored asses. You know what's weird? It feels like we went in the opposite direction, right? Because we no longer have hair on our bodies, like massive amounts of hair, because the hair helps deflect a lot of stuff. Instead, now it's almost like we evolved in the opposite direction. We are weaker to things like the sun. We are weaker to things like being stabbed and penetrated. Oh, we're just, it feels like we're becoming weaker. Okay? I don't want to be weaker when these motherfuckers exist. Like, no. We got nerfed. Bro, we got nerfed. We got nerfed. Our brains got a little juicier. Not mine. But that's about it. It's really the world going like, hey, I'm curious. Does brute force venom and poison, is it more OP than having a juicier strategy built brain? And I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
With our biggest species of roe coming in,
because of course it does.
2.8 meters in length, and with the iconic hop, they've got a vertical jump of 3
We're abandoning our weapons and defenses.
I mean, honestly, with a stat spread like that,
about useless shit, yeah.
They belong on a f***ing NBA court.
Damn!
Enough, they're also built like tanks, weighing in at a full
not
90
the individual.
kilos of
Damn, you're right.
Muscle, and being able to move way
all
faster
natty
than anything that heavy has any right to. Pegging the speedo at a max of 70k an hour.
Damn!
Meaning, if you make them angry, a juiced up rat
need a license to hunt
is
roos.
going to run your ass down and beat the f***ing brakes off you.
Boosh.
And I'm not kidding when I say they really will rock your shit, because roos are professional kickboxers.
Oh my god!
Fighting MMA to win female
he knows how to hit, like
fight,
throw his head back.
Will lean back on their tails and stabilize her and immediately start scratching and kicking the ever-loving out of one another.
Oh my god!
Those kicks have enough force to crack
kangaroo
bone.
muscles are my workout goal, right, guys? This is what peak
muscle
performance looks like.
Bad enough,
Take note.
They also, for some reason, have the same bite force as a grizzly bear. Because why not? Now, even with all of this, there are still animals stupid enough to view a rua's lunch.
Trust
which
you on
brings
that
me
one.
to the most terrifying thing that they do. When threatened, kangaroos will hop into a body of water and wait for whatever is chasing them to
try me, man.
Once the predator enters the water, the kangaroo will wrap its arms around their neck.
Oh no!
And just straight up drown them.
Damn!
Man, I share a country with psychopathic tren rats.
Jesus Christ! Okay, understood. Okay, I'm gonna take back the thing I said about strategy, and I think the kangaroos might be more crazy of steroid gym bros. It's true. That's why some homies freaking goals. They look roided out to no end. That's actually horrifying. Oh my god. Woo!
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
Oh my god.
This is the Gympie Gympie
We can't
plant,
have anything. We can't have anything in Australia.
And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet.
Okay, we have poison ivy here, but I don't think poison ivy will put you in the hospital. I think it'll make you like rashy and itchy, but I don't think it'll fucking clock you. This is wild.
No, of course, man. Even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me.
Man,
growing in the rainforests of northern
very
Queensland,
itchy,
these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs.
I feel like this is what poison ivy tries to be. This is poison ivy's big brother.
Upon closer inspection, aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles.
Oh, well, if you're allergic, that is fair. That is fair and valid.
Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause absolutely excruciating
I'm so sick
pain.
of it. What is the
I mean, like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times.
Oh my god!
The fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game. Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put on the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after being stung.
What?
This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years,
pull off your skin.
More neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper. I don't think it gets...
That's illegal. That's illegal. I didn't need to know that. Can we like, I'm not used to saying, hey, can we eradicate this thing? Like, everyone's all about save the bees, and I'm all about,
Like, can we eradicate this plant?
if there's anyone actually, like, from Australia in this community, I need someone to tell me what a day in the life of a homie in Australia looks like, because I can't even imagine. I am absolutely terrified beyond anything. But anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye! Thank you so much to this month's patrons. You guys are seriously the best. If anyone else would like to be
Immortalized.
into this video, please consider checking out my Patreon, and here are my other socials. Thank you, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.